maybe I'll give it a second so some people can jump on. I don't know if little Lindy's gonna want to stand up today or not. I don't even know what time it is, but I'll just... What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Ty Rivera here, the absolute best LGBTQ comedian in the world. All right, so I don't know if anybody's paying attention to what's going on or not right now with my page, but some people are very upset with me right now because I was honest about the fact that I'm voting for Trump, and I put up a couple videos that were about that. But I really do not know, one, how these people didn't realize that already. And the other thing is, I really decided to let everybody know as a courtesy to everybody. That's why I let people know. Because I realized that there were more people than I thought that did not know that I was a Trump supporter. So I figured as a courtesy, I would just let people know in a post. And instead of people just being chill about it, people will get angry, and then they'll start being like, you know, like, you're such an idiot and you're so stupid. But really, it's like, why? Like, why does it bother you that much? If you look at my social media, and I would encourage anybody to do this, look at my social media and search my name and Biden, or go through whatever avenue you have of looking through my comments. And you will see that I am on zero Biden supporters posts telling them that they're stupid, or I don't agree with what they're doing, or the way that they vote, or the way that they think. Like, I don't know. It's like these people were proving the exact point of what I was saying in the video. It's like people want to tell me how grown up they are because they're a Biden supporter, and then they talk to me like a child. It's like, if you don't want to support me, then don't support me. Unsubscribe. I don't need to argue with you on the way out. You don't have to, and like, if you leave me, here's the thing that people do all the time, and this isn't a partisan thing. This is just something people do that I don't think they realize that they do, is they will start off by saying something like, "You're so stupid," and then they'll leave like a 2 or 3 paragraph comment below. And it's like, as soon as you call me stupid, I'm not reading anything else you have to say. So not only are you an ineffective speaker, you're an ineffective poster. I would never pay attention to anybody that says anything negative to me right off the get. It's like, you start off on this note, and then who would read that? And I will go ahead and delete comments. Like yesterday, I had somebody, sorry, my hat's a little crooked. I'm flustered. If you guys get a chance, drop a super thanks. If you can't, that's fine too. But I figure I should at least say that and remind people. But yeah, if you're gonna talk like that or try to make a point, why would you call somebody stupid first and then think that they're gonna pay attention? Because like I said, as soon as you call me stupid, I'm like, I'm not reading any of the rest of this. I already know that you think I'm stupid. And if I'm so stupid, why would I even have the ability to read what it is that you're saying? And then there was one person that was telling me that, it's like just a bunch of people just telling me a bunch of stuff. And I don't know why you think that it would be like a smart thing to do if you're trying to win people over. Like, if you want people to understand what it is you're saying or go along with you, wouldn't you think that a better way of doing that? That's exactly what I was saying, Paige or Irene. I don't know if you're Paige or Irene, but I know your thing is Paige Irene and you're in Lincoln, Nebraska. But thank you for reminding me, because it was yesterday somebody was mad at me because they say I deleted a comment, and thank you for the super thanks, by the way. And they said that I was deleting comments That is Tutty Bug, I think is the way you say that. Thank you for the super thanks. But yeah, so what happened is they left me this long comment and Paige, okay, good to know. Love you too. So they'll leave me this long comment and then they'll say like and then I responded to it. That one I did respond to, even though like people try to tell me how racist Trump is, but then this person leaves a message about how you can't trust Latinos voting anyway because Latinos constantly vote for. Let me go ahead and get rid of this person real quick. Put user in timeout. Let's do 30 minutes because I'll be off by then. All right, Tanya Hill, you've been taken off, so no more need to worry about you. I will take your voice away. That's what I was trying to get at, is I do not care. Call me Ursula because this is a Little Mermaid, and as soon as you sing, I will snatch your voice out of your head. I do not care. I do not need you. I will block you and tell you. I will delete your comments and immediately after tell you that I've deleted your comment, which is what I was just getting to. This person hit me up yesterday. I went ahead and responded to them very respectfully. I went ahead and hit their points. And then they hit me back a few minutes later with a new comment. And in the new comment, they said, "Thank you, David Teague. I really appreciate it. I love my hat too." And yeah, it does match the wife beater. I wear a wife beater almost every day. I'm like the Pee Wee Herman of wife beaters. But then they hit me with a new comment and they're like, "Deleting comments now, I see." And in my head, I was like, I did not delete your comment. Not only did I not delete your comment, I really responded to your comment. But to be very clear, so nobody ever gets it twisted, if I don't like your comment, I think you're being disrespectful, I will delete your comment with no apologies. I don't care. I don't need you. If you want to win hearts and minds, you don't attack them for not thinking like you. Don't put me in timeout, Papa. No, thank you for the super thanks, and I love you. You're always great, Masalo. You always are positive. And like I said, I do appreciate people doing the super chat, but I understand not everybody can, and I mean, like, I don't think anything about that in a negative way, even though, like I said, I really do appreciate it when people can. For most people, I feel like your apology, your what's it called, is good enough for me. Like, the positivity is good enough for me. And yes, Paige, I will continue to delete comments. I do not mind at all. People don't get how little I mind deleting comments because it's like, why would I want to read your negativity? I don't know how many of you out there have actually watched my didn't know you were conservative, enjoyed your, let me see, I will read that one because it seemed like it was, okay, yeah, sorry about that. But I talked about it in my podcast before, which I do my podcast every Sunday as the solo one, and then when I have a guest, I'll put that on Wednesdays, and I put those at 5:35 p.m. if anybody ever wants to check them out. There's a playlist, and you're right, Blaine, I will make Time Out great again. But I've talked about it before. Jonathan, thank you very much. Vocal about your beliefs despite when you're going to get pushback. Yeah, I have to. I really do feel like it's important for all of us to express our beliefs, and especially right now. And so that's why I don't discourage Biden supporters from doing it. You just don't have to be obnoxious about it. But I would not tell anybody, hey, you should not say this, or how dare you. I don't feel that way. But what I was getting at is, love you too, Vladimir. I appreciate it. That it really is, in my opinion, a good way to really hurt your own self-esteem by allowing people to just talk to you any kind of way. You know, I really do feel that way. That's why with my friends, my real friends, we'll be a little silly or whatever, and we'll tease each other, rib each other a little bit. But serious clowning of each other or like really roasting each other, that's a young person's game. Like, I'm at the age where I want to be around people that give me positive energy. I want to be positive and encouraging of the people that I choose to be around. So I get it if you don't think like me. I get it if you don't like me. I get it if you don't like the things I say. I get it if you don't like the way I vote. But you trying to hurt my self-esteem or like tell me how stupid I am or some of the stuff that people say is just like, why would you ever think that it's okay to talk to somebody like that? Because I'm not talking to you like that. And then some people will hit me with the, well, Donald Trump would say something like blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I'm not Donald Trump and you're not Joe Biden. So the same way you can't control what Joe Biden is saying, I can't control what Donald Trump is saying. But what I can control is what I say. What I can control is the way that I talk to you, the way that I interact with you. Just like what you can control is the way that you talk to me. So I don't want to hear about Donald Trump when you're behaving as bad or worse than he is. Because I'm not having Donald Trump or Joe Biden on my phone or texting me or in my comments trying to get shitty with me. That's not happening. So if that's not what's happening in my life from people that supposedly matter, because I've always been honest about that, I can only care about these things so much just because I'm living in my own world. I don't, I mean, like, I do care about politics to a certain degree, and I realize that they do affect us. But at the end of the day, the only thing I can control is the way I interact with people in the streets and the way I allow people to interact with me. And so, whether it's in real life or online, if I don't feel like you're treating me with respect, I will definitely separate from you. And so, I know some of you think that social media is designed for harassing people. But for me, that's not what it's about. And yes, as Fernandez, I will stay 100% unbothered. That is the goal. Jonathan Britton, thank you so much for the super chat. Crazy how many people are comfortable trying to come at a gay Mexican guy for his beliefs. Sounds like a bunch of bigoted racists. See, and that's why I tell you guys. That's exactly why I say that a lot of liberals think it's okay to tell me what it is I'm supposed to think and what it is I'm supposed to say. And it's like, why would I want to be a part of that? Why would I think that that's the party for me? And why would you reinforce that? I just don't understand what the end game is here. Are you trying to make sure that people do not ever go over to your side, that people do not ever, treat you with any kind of respect? Because the only reason I don't really go at one of the reasons I should say that I don't really go at these people is because I know social media will ban me for the kinds of things I say. I don't know if people really know, like, because if you ever used to follow me on Facebook back in the day, I would really, I would come for people in a big way, and I would have fun with it, but it was nasty the way I would get people, and then they would block me. I mean, not block me, they'd report me, and then Facebook would suspend me for 30 days. I have been in Facebook jail so many times. Recidivism is a real thing. And then also, David Teague, I've seen your stand-up. Yeah, Oliver Austin. When I'm in person, I will definitely go after people. So it's not like I'm afraid to go after these people. It's just I know that my level of going after people is going to get me suspended from YouTube or suspended from Facebook or whatever else. I am foul Gen X like you. That's right, Alexandra. That's what it is. Like when you're Gen X, you have no real breaks. You'll just go after people. You're just like, all right, if that's the game we're playing the game of like coming after each other's looks. All right, let me pick out the worst. And I'll go to your Facebook. I'll go through all your pictures. I don't care about your grandmother. I'll pick her out and be like, who's this old bat in the picture with you? It's obvious you take after her in the face. Like it's the kind of things that I'm used to doing. So at this point, I just control myself because I know that there will be consequences. And I do really enjoy creating content, and I'm really enjoying doing the lives. Like, this is my second day doing a live. I don't know if I'm going to do a live tomorrow or not. I just will do things kind of as I feel them. But when it comes to the videos, tomorrow I should have a video coming out. But like I said, I'm doing a show tonight, a live show, which I told you yesterday. I've been working less on the live shows, not really so much worried about them. And so hopefully I'll have a video out tomorrow. It's Pride season. So if you guys are familiar, the craziness is really going to be coming out. Yes, Chuck, it is Thai unfiltered and unedited, which kind of bothers me because I know I have a lot of verbal tics, like I do quite a bit, or you know what I mean, or stuff like that, which I got to get better at. But as you edit yourself, you Masala, why won't you ever list shows? Well, if you've been watching my podcast, what happens with me right now is there are people trying to keep me from working live. Like, that's a part of it. Or there are consequences for people that will have me on their shows here in Austin, which is its own thing and not something I want to get into on this. But if you check out one of my podcasts, Sweet Historia. Yes, you are speaking my language right there. When I edit, I can hear every breath I make, and it makes me want to edit out my voice more. I'll hook you up. There is an ad or an app that will help you get rid of those. I don't know what you're running on, but if you're on Mac, well, actually either. If you're on Windows or Mac, you can use Thunderbolt. And I have started playing with it a little bit, but you can set it so it edits out all your breath. It's handy. But I still manually edit out my breath right now. Whenever I hear myself on a video, it takes forever. And that's why videos take forever. Hey, $10 super thanks. I always appreciate you keeping it real, and let's be honest. Stand-up comedians like yourself have been the real MVPs of this time. Thank you for being grown and wise and hilarious. Love from Idaho. Thank you, Dances with Wolves. I really appreciate that super chat, and I also appreciate the kind words. Yeah, I am, that's the other thing I have accepted about myself that a lot of people don't fully understand, is that I accept that I'm older, and I accept that, there is a little bit of wisdom that even comes from the dumbest old person. Or older person, because I don't consider myself to be old, but I recognize that I am older, and I don't have a problem with that. I'm not telling you my age because you never ask a lady her age. But, I will tell you I'm Gen X 100%, but I will not tell you my exact age, and there's a reason for that. One day I'll talk about it. But partly because people put all these things on you. Once you tell them your age, then they be, let's get Ty on Jimmy Dore. You know what? I really like Jimmy Dore a lot. One day I'll tell you guys the story about when I first met Jimmy Dore. I met him at a comedy festival in San Luis Obispo, the San Luis Obispo Comedy Festival, otherwise known as the Slow Comedy Festival. I think it's funny that it's called Slow, but that's just San Luis Obispo. Anyway, but yeah, so I feel like even though I may not be the smartest guy in the world, which I don't pretend to be the smartest guy in the world, but I do feel like I have enough life experience that if you pay attention to me, even if you're a person from a younger generation and you think you're smarter than me, or even if you're a person my same age. Wait up a second. Thank you for that super chat. I appreciate it. Thanks for being you, and I hope you start getting booked more. And I'm a DJ in Los Angeles, and I've gone through similar shitty people. Keep doing your thing, brother. I really appreciate that phone calls music. I really do. Not only the super thanks or the super chat, but also the encouraging words. Because, yeah, this business can get you down. Like, because we're both in entertainment and it will. Um, Capricorny, is that what that is? I appreciate you either way. Thank you for the super chat. I love you and your videos. I support you and your beliefs. Also unrelated, but please do more commentary on Diddy's fiasco. Yes, I am going to do a Diddy video coming up, but I think people are going to get mad at me again because I have some real feelings on some of what's going on with that. But I know people will get a little angry with me because I have one that I want to do that I've been holding off on because, sometimes you want to be just fun and also very real because I've experienced a different kind of life. So when some of these people are talking about being victims in certain ways, sometimes I fully agree, sometimes I really agree, but sometimes I'm also like, oh no, I was like that when I was young too. And sometimes I was just a victim of my own bad choices. Sometimes I had left myself in situations that, hindsight is 2020. So when you get older, you're like, why did I put up with that? Or why was I there for so long? But when you're younger, you still know what you're doing. You still are like, yeah, I shouldn't be here, but God damn it, was that a nice watch she bought me? And I was living that kind of life when I was younger. I really was getting a lot of things from people. 5 Gucci watches is what I've got from, when I was younger. I got 5 different Gucci watches. 4 of them from one guy, and then the 5th one I wanted to bet. I wanted to bet, but it was a dirty bet. But I might do like a members only channel here. I have a Patreon. I need to pay attention to it more. Did it? I'll check out the South Park episode. But yeah, like the only thing that stops me from telling some of these stories, like the one that I was thinking, or the one that I want to tell about Diddy, is that, or the one I want to tell about the Gucci watch that I got, that I won in the bet, is that I think YouTube would demonetize it. I don't think YouTube would allow me to actually have that up. So, because it'd be a lot for me to work around to make it a way. But I think if I do members channel, then people should be able to see it. Yeah, that Patreon, I really do try. I drop my stuff early on Patreon right now, and I need to start doing, yeah, I will. Okay, Paige, you're right. I owe you guys something on Patreon, so I will tell the full story on Patreon. It's a funny, silly story, but a lot of people would be mortified by it. So I'll make sure I get that out in the next week, but it's going to be more like this, like no editing, just me talking, because the last thing I needed is another thing to edit. Neurodivergen, hi. And sorry for all the scrolling comments that I've missed so far. I've got to get ready for this show right now. I've got to feed my babies, and I also got to feed myself before I get out of here. Do for the watch that you can talk. That was a bet, it was a bet, and I was, so I had to, I had to work around a situation that really was a dangerous situation to work around, and I shouldn't laugh about it, but that's why I say, like, when it comes to that Diddy stuff and that kind of thing, I have a different way that I look at it, because I put myself in some really bad situations, because I was like, what is it they call it? The invincibility of youth. I felt like no matter what, I'm going to survive it, but this is, the life I'm living. And so I put myself in some precarious situations when I was younger. Anyway, I'm sorry if I missed some of your guys' scrolling comments. I really do appreciate you guys. I hope I responded to all of the super chats people left me. And if not, then I will definitely try to respond to them through the Facebook app if they'll let me. I appreciate you, Sky Samples, a Latina woman who supports Trump. Yeah, afraid to get in trouble by HR. That's right. You keep your opinions as quiet as you need to keep them, and let me be the one that gets in trouble, because the only HR I got is that little chihuahua behind me, and really the one that's in the living room right now. She didn't even want to come in because she just like, I have a life, I have things to do. That's my Bijou. The one you guys always see, the white one, is Linden, but Bijou, she's the boss around here. But yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate you. Have a good weekend. I'll be putting out my podcast on Sunday. I'll be putting out content all weekend. Look for it. Check it out. Gays for Trump. Yes, Jerry Ryan. I appreciate everybody.